Hello students, we're looking at number 3 in 8.3 and we're looking at a real classic example of drawing marbles or items out of a box, or an urn is real traditional, containing 3 blue and 2 white marbles. Find the probability that the second marble was white given that the first marble was replaced before the second draw. Draw a probability tree diagram to write the sample space. All right, so this is the first time we've drawn a probability tree diagram. And I have I don't have any marbles, but I do have some chips here. I've got some blue, white, and red, and yellow. I'm going to have to change one of them because I couldn't find any green chips. But right now I need red. Wait, wrong place. I'm on number 3. 3 blue and 2 white. So I'm going to take 3 blue here and 2 white. All right, those I'll look at later. So in this container, I'll use this as my container. I didn't think about having a container. There we go. Something I made in college back in the days of my pottery years. See, it has my name on it. Okay, anyway, so I'll put 3 in there. 3 blues and 2 whites. So shake it up. And we're going to draw I'm supposed to look, but you're supposed to draw some chip out of there, or marble. So we're looking at 2 marbles are drawn in succession. And it has 3 blue and 2 white. Find the probability that the second marble was white given that the first marble was replaced before the second draw. All right, so we are going to take a look at drawing 2 marbles in succession. Now, in succession means one at a time. So we're going to have the first, let's call it the first draw out of here, and the second draw. Okay, we're going to do a tree diagram. Now, our first draw, what could I get? If I pull out of here, I could get a blue or I could get a red. That's it. Those are my only 2 colors. I either get a blue or a red. So my first draw, I'm going to get either a blue or red. All right. Now, this says that I draw one out, okay, and I happen to get a white. Now I'm going to put it back in, and then I'm going to do a second draw, and I got white again. All right. So we're going to be looking at the probabilities of things based on this model. So my first draw is a blue or a white. If I draw a blue, my second draw could be a blue, or it could be a red. Am I doing red? White. Sorry, I'm doing white. Okay, blue and white. And then if the second one is a blue, if my first draw is a white, my second one could be a blue or a white. Okay, I need to get all here. And my outcomes, I'm drawing 2 things. I could get a blue, then another blue. I could get a blue and the second draw is blue. I could get blue, white. I could get white, blue, and I could get white, white. So these are the outcomes. Now the probability, it's asking, find the probability that the second marble was white. So the second marble is white, given that the first marble was replaced before the second draw. Okay, so we're looking at this will be our first probability diagram. And we're used to doing this and these outcomes. But what we haven't done is looked at a probability tree. So the probability that my first draw is a blue, we have a starting point over here before the draw. And I recommend you draw this. I recommend you have little pointy things on the end of this and put a point here of start. And we're going to put the probabilities on the branches. And this is called a probability tree. See, probability tree diagram. So this is our first probability tree diagram. We've done trees, but no probability. So my first draw, what's the probability that's blue? Let's see, what is that? So I'm drawing out of here. And in there, I've got 3 blues and 2 whites. right? 3 blues and 2 whites. So what's the probability it's going to be blue? It's going to be 3 out of 5. You see that? 3 out of 5. So the probability, and you put it behind here. You don't put it on top or anywhere else. It's 3 out of 5 is the probability that the first straw is going to be a blue. So here's my first straw. What's the probability it's going to be white? It's going to be 2 out of 5. Okay. So we got 3 blues out of 5 total, and 2 whites out of 5 total. All right, so that is my first draw. Now, my second draw. So here I've got, let's say I draw a blue. Now, it says, given that the first marble was replaced, so I have to put this back before I start talking about my second draw. Now, my second draw still has 3 blues and 2 whites. 3 blues and 2 whites. So my second draw on this probability tree, the probability of getting a blue is 3 out of 5, and the probability of getting a white is 2 out of 5 for that second draw. So that's like I drew a blue the first time, and then I put it back in. All right, now I'm starting over, and I have a 2 out of 3 chance of drawing a white. Okay, so I drew a white, and then I put it back in, and what's going to be my chance of getting a blue? It's going to be 3/5 again, and 2/5. And there you have the entire probability tree. See, each branch has a probability on it, and if you add these branches, 3/5 and 2/5, that'll give you a 1. 3/5, 2/5, 3/5, 2/5 will always give you a 1. All right, I'll come back and we'll finish 3.